passion. I've been thinking about you and you only. And we just like a fuck, that's nothing else. You know, falling in love, that's for someone else.
What's good, y'all? So in this video, I'm going to be reacting to when rappers get killed over interviews. So I'm going to put the original link to the video in the description, just so y'all can go check his videos out and support him. I've reacted to a couple videos off his channel, and I feel like they're very well put together. But anyways, I don't know what these rappers be doing. I feel like killing somebody over an interview is crazy, but let's just get into it.
Is the real disrespectful. I'm going who you is. I will disrespect you.
Topic of the street. You, Big Flock, the video, controversy behind the video.
Man, no Big Flock, man. He's a big... no Big Flock.
Sources ID him as Abdul Vix, a rapper known as YBC Dul, affiliated with the West Philadelphia Young Bag Chasers.
One rapper dissed his op so bad, he got less than a day after the interview. And another dropped the diss on G-Herbo so crazy, he got gunned down by his crew just a few months later. These are times rappers got killed over interviews. And we got to start off with YBC Dul, because one interview he did was so disrespectful, it got him killed less than a day after it dropped. Dul was known for his extreme antics and dissing dead ops on songs. And some of the disses were so disrespectful, he even earned the name Mr. Disrespectful from his fans. Because he even went as far as digging up one of his ops'
Oh no, 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 get him out of here. Like the personas we have to keep up for, I guess, our online image, but this is really pushing it, and this shows that you are a terrible person. You're just like in your soul, you were terrible as fuck, because not only did this person pass away, but you went to the extent of doing this. Like, I don't really give a fuck what happened to you, so...
his grave back in February 2024.
I don't even watch it. And then y'all dumbass mofos in the background laughing. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all are grown. Grown as fuck. Come on.
That wasn't all, because in May, he was on an episode of No Jumper, and he completely went off on all of his ops.
All ops, BCK, LMG, 56th Street, Belmont, y'all never got back. No, 44 CB Tame y'all. Look, 38th Street, 38th Street. I ain't even going live.
ABC, EFG, HIJK, LM. Like, bro, what do you... We are grown people. This is stupid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I have family affiliated with, you know, it's dumb. I don't understand.
And who else? I ain't gonna lie, it's many more. Collar Hill, Parkside, Blue for Blood. Is the real disrespectful. I'm going who you is. I will disrespect
and then
you.
Adam 22 looking stupid and goofy. Just
the day before, Brandon Buckingham had posted an interview he did with YBC Dul, in which Dul talked on his beef with his ops and about how he and his crew were really getting the ops smoked. He even mentioned how almost no one in their hood, including his ops, were ever outside. Because according to Dul, he and his gang were terrorizing the block up.
It just took Drake and he got gun butted with it. Real, go listen to it.
Wait, what? What the fuck is gun butted?
I'm outside right now with the most disrespectful rapper in America.
And we on feet on land.
Who was this? Who's this? Who was this Caucasian man right here? This isn't goofy to y'all. Like, y'all don't look at this and be like,
Feet on land. They in the comments on No Jumper to my man don't be outside. My man outside every day, all day.
I pulled up at 2 p.m. It's almost midnight.
And it almost sounded like he was bragging about it at one point, but his ops would eventually get the drop on him. And on August 23rd, 2024, the car pulled up on him while he was at a stoplight in Philly and let off 5 shots, hitting him in his hand and chest before speeding off down the street.
We are learning new details about the investigation into the murder of a person police say is a well-known gang member. The sound coming from this surveillance video, according to Philadelphia police,
broad daylight,
claimed the life of Abdul Vix, also known as Young Dul.
His friend tried rushing him to the hospital, but unfortunately, he ended up passing away. And he probably should have eased up with all the dissing, since that's how many of his homies also went out. But if you thought that was crazy, one rapper lost his life for saying too much in his interview, and another died for speaking on his op. But first, let's talk about DaGod, because her situation is even crazier than what happened to YBC Dul, and she made headlines back in 2023.
You gotta take him out. Oakland rapper DaGod, months after fans believe she bragged in a song about abusive ex-boyfriend. Abusive ex-boyfriend, and she did what she did. And see, something, maybe I've been in an abusive relationship, and you know, it take you to a certain mental place, and it depends on what they, because mofo try to keep out 3 times, so I don't know.
rapper from Oakland, and she'd been in the rap scene for a long time. But in 2023, she went viral for dropping a project called X-Wood Pack. Nobody knows what really went down, but Tan DaGod made it sound like she killed her ex-boyfriend and was smoking on him. Tan even went on Kid L's podcast to speak on the situation, and she didn't really say that she killed her ex, but Tan DaGod told Kid L,
threatening family and you know, and you know where people live. And I think about it, I'm like, you know where my loved ones live? You gotta go. You got to go. Especially if you got the audacity to threaten them. What? You threatening my people? Everybody gonna die. Oh, is we?
During the interview, Tan made it sound like her ex had abused her and was sending death threats to her family. And that's why she allegedly took him out. Kid L even asked Tan how she was free, since the cops should have done something by now.
Did they, like, side with you on it? Like, how did you evade, like, any type of, like, consequence, basically?
And Tan DaGod told him,
we gonna find that out on September 23rd.
Okay.
And after the Kid L interview dropped, everyone was trying.
But why talk about it? Like, I just feel like mofos are just kind of dumb. Or just don't move with, like, common sense. Because if this is seeming like it's an open case, you're laughing about it on a podcast. Like I said, I don't know how I necessarily feel if he was doing crazy shit to her and she was like, you know, I can't deal, you got to go. That's a whole different subject. But to then go beyond that and laugh and do all this in an interview.
Rumors started going around that she really did kill the dude and that she was even in the witness protection program. And about a month after her Kid L interview, Tan went on Off the Porch to announce that she'd beat the case and that if things hadn't worked out, she'd have probably done the race like TK. And people still weren't sure if she was clowning or not. But then she brought a tombstone of her ex on the interview to show she was really smoking on him and said,
extra childish, making families mad. Oh well, because they ain't gonna do about it.
Smoking on that X-Wood Pack.
Oh yeah, you know it. Matter of fact, hold on, let me get my
like
love.
Things eventually go left for Tan DaGod because in July 2024, she was doing a meet and greet and performing for the grand opening of a beauty supply shop in Oakland. When out of nowhere, a dude ran up on her and shot her in front of everybody in broad daylight. According to reports, a dude in a hoodie walked in behind her after she was done chopping it up with her fans and allegedly got into some kind of argument with her. And that's when he upped the strap and started letting off shots. After the shots rang out, fans reported hearing Tan DaGod screaming, "I'm hit," and the paramedics soon rolled up to the scene to rush Tan to the hospital. But she was tragically pronounced dead just a couple hours later. And after the news broke, a lot of difference since Tan DaGod was finally starting to get some motion in the rap game. And sometimes, it's best not to even speak on things you did in interviews to gain clout, because that's part of the reason rapper G Money lost his life. Because NBA Youngboy and G Money were close friends at one point. But then, G Money pulled this move in a 2017 interview with Say Cheese. Because he says,
he met by the sister too, though.
Yeah, because he did something with his sister.
Some time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he mad about that. He wasn't really tripping on it back then, though, you know what I'm saying? He be calling me Big Brother.
And after this interview, G Money then went on to drop a diss on Youngboy named Industry. And in the song, he gets disrespectful, saying, "Your sister swallowed, so I never kissed her, but I with her, so I never dissed her." G Money was rising in fame after all of this, but he wasn't moving too smart and kept sending disses at NBA Youngboy and his homies, saying how he was still recording at the same studio and driving the same cars. And the beef ended up getting so serious that it led to gun violence. G Money was in the studio one night finishing up another recording session until shortly after leaving around 1 a.m. he was shot by an unknown person who was waiting for him at the door. And Youngboy spoke on the situation in a song named Poor One, where he rapped, "Matter of fact, I used to call you my big brother. Then you did some foul, and that with my sister." But G Money isn't the only rapper from TBG who died after dissing someone. And it didn't turn out good. The same happened with Boulevard Quick. Because in 2018, after Quick got out of prison, he started going hard with the music as well. And in August 2018, he dropped the video for the song Never Lacking. And at the end, he went on a huge rant against Youngboy.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this is exactly what Kendrick was talking about in Watch the Party Die. The promotion of all of this, because when you think about it, like, cool, whatever, it's like fun to rap to when you're not doing it. Like, I'll rap it in my car going to the fucking my job and doing big girl things and trying to propel myself in life. But the people that are actually like being influenced by the stuff or like doing the stuff and where is it gonna get you? You know, like I'm saying, like it's just gonna be a cycle of probably negativity, death, because somebody died near you. Now you're doing drugs and then you might go to jail. Like, it's nothing but negativity. So what, like literally, if you just keep doing this is what you want to do for the rest of your life. This sounds terrible. This sounds terrible. The party, this shit gotta go. I ain't gonna lie. All this is happening. These grown people, grown.
You know, TBG Gorilla Gang, long live G Money. I'ma talk my. I don't have behind money, cause I ain't got that much. So I'm in the field. Can't be It must be counterfeit. You dropped the bag while I'm still breathing.
The young boy's mom hopped in and told Boulevard quick to leave him alone. But Boulevard quick wasn't hearing that and responded, telling her to mind her business, which really pissed young boy off.
Man, mom, tell me about that. That eat a big long.
So just a few weeks later, he was killed. In November 2018, the police found Quick's body in the parking lot of his apartment complex. YB spoke on the situation on Impact, saying, "They spoke on my mama. I ain't want to talk. I ended up killing her." But now, let's move on to OG Man, because he wasn't a real rapper like YBC Dul and DaGod, but he went viral in 2016 for dropping a diss with a music video so disrespectful, even DJ Academics straight up called it demonic. OG Man was one of DMV's biggest hitters, and his name was well respected in the streets. But then, he decided to have relations with Big Flock's girl, who was one of his homies at the time. And that's what pissed Big Flock off, because when he found out about it, he dropped a diss on Man called The Intro, calling out OG as a snitch for the feds, where he rapped. A man turned to informant, thought that he was real. He put on a good performance. And Man wasn't too happy with the diss, since his crew really hated snitches. So when he finally got out of jail, he took to the studio to record Truth, one of the most disrespectful disses of all time, in which he rapped, "I know why you mad, cause I'm your... Stop playing with me, talking about I'm snitching. Rest in peace to Lil Chris. Yeah, I know they miss him. Don't trip. His whole squad gonna lay there with him." And that wasn't all, because the music video was actually shot at C. Diddy's grave, one of Big Flock's closest homies and most respected gang member that had died. And after the video dropped, Man even linked up with Cutthroat TV for an interview in which he doubled down.
You gotta understand, this is what I've started to realize. You're not happy. You're not a happy person when you do certain things. You're not. You're filled with like hate and a lot of negative emotions. Happy people don't do this kind of stuff. Happy people not trying to where the ops, where the ops graves at. We gonna go shoot. This is gonna hurt their feelings. Happy people not trying to hurt other mofos' feelings. I said this. Somebody said something really rude yesterday on my video, which I turned the comments off on that video. And it was talking about my appearance when the video was like about Diddy and him being in jail. And I was like, you felt the need to speak on my appearance in a video that's talking about somebody who is just abusing people, crazy. But you felt the need to come to a person you don't know and say something negative about my appearance. That had nothing. I didn't speak on anybody's appearance in the video. So it would have been different if I was like, they ugly. And then somebody like, well, you're not that cute. It's different. I wasn't. I was speaking on how he was doing what he was doing, and somebody just felt the need to, if you think it, you think it, whatever. It is what it is. But to go under somebody, and this is just all around the board. You go on somebody's picture, comment, channel, whatever, and you put something negative about their appearance, them as a person, and they haven't done anything. Happy people don't act like this, so these people are not happy. Usually you can see because they're coping with drugs and loss, and it's very unfortunate that we have to stop glorifying it, for one, because this shit isn't cute, it's not funny, it's not nothing. It's fucked up.
On his claims, dissing Big Flock and his crew even more.
Big Flock, the video, controversy behind the video.
Man, no Big Flock, man. He's a big... no Big Flock. He mad. He mad. He want my life. He mad. He ain't me. So, I had to go on him like I went on him. It's simple. I don't give a fuck about you, your dead man, your mother, your father, your grandmother. I don't give a fuck none of that. But I'm gonna go on you, your dead man, your mother, your grandfather, all that. Okay? You hear me? Like, you don't disrespect me and think I ain't gonna say nothing to you. I ain't one of them you think you gonna say something to when I say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing back. Like, I know the real him. That's why the song came about, the truth. It ain't a sneak diss, it's the truth.
But Big Flock didn't take the dissing lightly. And unfortunately, OG Man would end up losing his life over it. Because on June 12th, 2016, Man received a call from someone who wanted him to pull up to Southeast DC for a cookout they were gonna have later that night.
That's where my mama from. That's where my mama from. That's where my mama family from. That's what I said. I have, because that's the hood. Oh, I got family involved in shit like this, honestly. I do. Affiliated. But me, I think it's clowny to do all of this to the extent like what these people in this video are doing and dissing. If you get brought up in a lifestyle or whatever, sometimes it is what it is. It's just unfortunate that those are your surroundings that you had to be raised in. But when you're being just like a terrible human being, that's when I can't fuck with.
OG pulled up, a man walked up to him, his blick, letting off multiple shots and ending his life. Many suspected Big Flock as soon as it happened, and the cops later raided Flock's home for evidence, but found nothing more than rounds of ammunition and a few $1,000s worth of narcotics. And since there was no way to prove his involvement in Man's death, he was instead in which he took shots at the Black Disciples. He was a dude from the south side of Chicago who repped the gang Brick Squad, who was a subground of the Gangster Disciples. And at first, JoJo wasn't a rapper, but after hearing a diss Lil Durk drop on his gang back in 2012 called L's Anthem, he decided to hop in the booth to shoot back. On April 27th, 2012, Lil JoJo dropped a remix of Chief Keef's song Every Day called BDK, aka 300K, which took shots at the whole BDK gang, including Chief Keef, Lil Reese, and Durk. And JoJo didn't stop there, because his BDK track got so much attention that he decided to keep dropping disses to build up his career as a rapper. He followed up with the track Tied Up, in which he took more shots at Keef, and another diss, which was a remix of the Yo Gotti song I Got That Sack, in which he claimed that one of his homies had knocked Lil Reese out, saying, "Catch him in traffic with Lil Reese, man, they gon' feel this Mac. BDK, that's my team in my city, got my back. Went to school with these, but they don't mean my tail knocked them out. You should have seen that." And in the outro of the song, they took it a step further by taking shots at David Barksdale, aka King David, the founder of the Black Disciples. And JoJo's homie P. Rico can be heard shouting, and JoJo going dumb on Durks. BDK, die L's on Queen Dave. And many took offense to the diss because Lil JoJo was also quickly becoming one of the most hated GDs in the city. And he still wasn't done with the dissing because he downplayed his op on a TP radio interview and told the interviewer that he wasn't done with the 300K disses, since he had some sort of sequel in mind for the project.
What's the actual title to it?
300K, they like that. Ain't no BDK, 300K.
Amen. So you got a part 2 coming out to that, right? Or how you gonna do that? Or what is that?
Part 2 is just a little series of videos.
Oh, okay, this all gonna tie into one thing though, or how this going?
It'll be like a little movie.
Okay,
But on September 4th, 2012, Lil JoJo would lose his life in a very tragic way. He was riding with his homie's bike along 69th Street when a car pulled up on him and let off shots, hitting him to the ground, and unfortunately, he'd be pronounced dead at the hospital. And JoJo made a grave mistake because just a few minutes prior, he had dropped his location on Twitter, tagging Lil Reese, basically telling him that he was outside if Reese was really down for the action.
On a bike? Oh, this is what I'm talking about. It's okay. It's fine. It don't have to make sense because none of this shit makes sense, to be completely honest. I've just seen degeneracy in this video. Style similar to this. I wouldn't say they was out there looking for ops and doing all this disrespectful shit, but they were part of gangs. I was always the type of person that's like, you're not doing that shit around me. Like, we're doing positive shit and really trying to get them together. Like, bro, like, stop. Like, your life is, you're going to go to jail, bro. You need to stop. You gonna die. You need to get it together. Like, trying to encourage and everything. I don't know why this is so attractive to people. This is first of all scary. You could be caught with somebody and then just get blowed. But it's not, this is not, why would you even want to raise a family around this, in this, whatever? I don't get it.
And the whole situation's pretty sad, since Lil JoJo was just starting to see some buzz in the city. But now, let's move on to FBG Cash, because he died not too long after talking about something disrespectful that he did during an interview. In late 2020, Chicago rapper FBG Cash took a picture in front of King Von's mural to disrespect Von and his people. Not long after taking the picture, he went on No Jumper to discuss it. He told Adam 22 about the conversation he had with Lil Durk before taking the picture.
What kind of conversation were you having before he told you to go take this photo?
You know, go over there and do.
Why does Adam 22 do this? Like, what does he care? He doesn't give a fuck.
Live tweeting at each other.
And doing this interview might have made things even worse than it already was. Because Durk later dropped a song where he said, sneaking pics by Von Mural, like Lil Bro won't come out and spin. But we sent a threat to FBG Cash for taking that picture. Then, 3 months after the song was released, FBG Cash ended up getting hit and lost his life while driving on the south side of Chicago.
Well-known Chicago area rapper was killed in a drive-by shooting early this morning in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood. 31-year-old Tristan Hamilton was shot multiple times, according to the Sun Times.
31? Y'all are 30 doing this shit? I'm not even 30. I'm 25. Like, I thought y'all was 19. This is about to change this whole shit. If all of these people were close to 31.
He raps under the name FBG Cash. A 29-year-old woman with him was also shot, taken to the hospital in serious condition.
That's what I be saying, mofo. You can't be with these mofos, bro. They'll get you gone too. Just cause you were associated. You gotta be careful. You got to be careful.
For his affiliation with the Black Mob Gang and his song Death of 150, which racked up over 8 million views on Black Mob's ops. And in Death of 150, shells completely went off on his ops, including G Herbo saying, Lil Bezo, Vito, chemo, among many other 150 associates. The reviews were mixed because many people were saying that Shells was just trying to chase clout since he was taking shots at much bigger names in the streets and music industry. But Shells was on an interview with Iman where he cleared everything up, saying that his beef with G-Herbo and the 150s has been going on for a very long time and that the beef goes deeper than people think.
You know, like we've been in tour with them guys for a minute, you know, Lil Herb or whatever, them, like all them little 150 guys. You feel me? It ain't specifically Lil Herb, it's just all of them. You feel me? I ain't singling out just him. You feel me? All of them. We in tour with the whole, all of them. You feel me? Like, when he first started rapping or whatever, you feel me, had mentioned my name in the track. This one, I wasn't even really rapping like that. You know, it's rap beef. Once you mention my name,
what song?
We go at it. You feel me? Because, you know, we really into it. It ain't like this just some odd never heard of. This, you know, we into it. It wasn't even just Lil Herb, though, you feel me? He used to go to a whole nother, like, when I was, like, in 6th grade, I used to go to PAL. You feel me? Then we used to be, like, you know, elementary school.
6th grade? Where are we going with this?
It was close by elementary school, we used to fight, you feel me? We've been always on tour with them. And as we got older, you feel me? It just escalated, you feel me? So, you know, I gang banging, fist fights turned to gunshots, you feel me, gunplay. And he just so happened to be a part of them, you feel me? So that's how it came about. It don't never be about no money though. It don't really about no money, you feel me? Just always fighting, bad blood, and then as we got older, high school, and then playing with guns, people started dying.
But he'd end up losing his life in a very crazy way because back in July 2017, gunshots could be heard in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood of the 8100 block. 3 men had hopped out of a white Nissan and shot Shells multiple times in the head and torso. A total of 43 casings were found at the scene, with at least 15 shots being directly to his face. Now, let's move on to BTB Savage, because some say that doing this interview with DJ Vlad is the main cause of his death, since he spoke on how he killed someone in self-defense in a cocky fashion.
Of course it was Vlad. It was Vlad. Makes sense. It makes sense.
According to Savage, a local rapper had been trying to get a feature from him for a while. One night, the dude got in touch with Savage and finally agreed to do a feature. Later that night, the other rapper pulled up to his apartment with a car full of dudes. The rapper came in Savage's apartment with another dude named Omar Richardson. Savage said he felt weird since both of them were looking around his spot when they walked in. But then, Omar upped some racks, so Savage thought it was all good. The dudes then came in with a box full of studio equipment so they could get to work. But then, the other rapper said he was missing a few things. So Omar told him to go back and get it out of the car. Savage thought something was off, so he locked the door when the rapper went outside. And that's when everything went left. Omar started asking Savage about his jewelry and eventually upped his firearm and told Savage to hand over everything. At first, Savage didn't want to give it up, but then Omar threatened to shoot Savage and his girlfriend. So Savage started taking his chains off. When Omar reached to grab Savage's chain, Savage saw an opportunity. So he wrapped Omar up in his arms and they fell to the ground and started wrestling. Omar's strap fell out of his hand, and that's when Savage yelled for his girl to come shoot Omar. She came in and popped him twice, but that didn't slow him down because Omar managed to get his hand on a gun and let 3 shots off at Savage's girl. Thankfully, all the shots missed, and Savage got Omar back under control. Savage told Omar to leave since his son was in there, but Omar didn't listen and told Savage he was going to kill him. They kept fighting, and that's when Omar's partners came up and started shooting through the door, but they didn't hit anything. When they stopped shooting, Savage's girl popped back at him with 2 shots, and that's when Omar's partners left him to die. Omar kept fighting, and Savage's girl shot Omar one more time in the torso, and Omar ended up passing away. Savage and his girl got off on self-defense. It was a crazy situation that took over the internet. Savage even went on to do an interview with Vlad TV, and it hit 2 million views in less than a week. But Savage's ops weren't happy about it, since Savage was talking cocky in the interview.
Concerned that his people are gonna try to come back.
Yeah, they for sure might.
Like, do you want to be with somebody that got this shit going on? And you talking about you got your son in the house and all that happening, and that baby heard that shit? Had to.
That's all it is. And it is what it is.
Then, on March 30th, Savage posted pics on Twitter of him standing in a pool of dried blood where Omar had lost his life. Savage was trolling the dude.
It doesn't even fucking matter no fucking more, bro. Y'all are fucking... Your baby is in there. Y'all didn't just clean that shit the fuck up. Bro, I don't know what's going on. It's okay. It's cool. It's cool.
And the pics instantly went viral, since no one had ever seen anything like that on the net. But 2 hours after posting those pictures, BTB Savage was in his Mercedes, driving around until 2 gunmen pulled up, boxed him in, and then started letting off shots. By the time help arrived at the scene, it was already too late. Some people blamed the interview for his tragic death, while others blamed the picture, since the picture was very disrespectful, even though it was self-defense. But speaking of rappers, 21 Savage had to check a rapper for dissing his homie's dead mother, and Lil Yachty had to humble an artist for disrespecting his people. So click this video to see gangster rap.
Oh, that's a different video. I'm about to say, what they got going on? But, yeah, this is a fucking lot. And it's very fucking sad. Very fucking sad. None of this shit's cool. None of it's cool. It's not, it's sad, honestly. Like, and maybe it's because I'm older at this point where I'm just like, it's just lame. Like, it's not entertaining. We're talking about kids, people, just trauma on top of trauma. First of all, I'm a psychology major. So I view stuff in terms of how it's going to affect people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't cute. None of this shit was cute. None of this shit was attractive. It should not be attractive. Girl, if any females or men, whoever you're attracted to, whatever, if you was looking at this and was like, oh, I just love that. I'm telling you, you need to go to therapy. I ain't gonna lie. Because this shit ain't cute at all. This shit is sad. Now, multiple people got to grow up without their fathers. Multiple people might have to deal with this whole gang violence ops shit because of their parents. I don't know if the woman that did what she did, if they had a child or she had a previous child, whatever. These people grow up without parents. This is nothing but detrimental. It's trauma. It's not fun. It's not cool. It's not okay. Even the girl, when they said that she got popped in front of everybody broad daylight. And that shit's cool. But even beyond that, the amount of disrespect that went on that led to some of these incidents, which granted, you can argue it was going to happen anyway, but it's already telling enough that the mental state is fucked, because to try to go into somebody's grave and dig it up and videotape it, to stand in a pool of blood, dried blood, like it's cool, and post it online. We're already gone. Y'all are, it's up. It's over with. So no, this shit is not cute, not cool, not nothing. It's very sad. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I'll see y'all in the next one.